Black people, I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. But now, black folks, you see what I just did? And I did that from the bottom of my heart. But when things happen to Asians, from the black folks, we gonna need y'all to take some accountability as well. Accountability for what? We don't even do nothing to y'all. Okay. Y'all might just not know. Well, let me put y'all on. Right here, an 84-year-old man.
I'm so tired of this tit for tat bullshit because it's hypocritical to say we're going to hold someone from our own community accountable, but then immediately turn around and throw Stop Asian Hate crimes back in black people's faces. Those crimes were horrific and should have never happened. The perpetrators were arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced. We even had a legislation passed to address anti-Asian hate. But why bring it up conveniently right now? Because we're talking about Cyrus Carmack Belton and a community demanding justice and accountability. Those perpetrators were held accountable. Rick Chow is still walking free. Let's not act like the black community did not speak up for Stop Asian Hate. They spread awareness, march alongside with us, show solidarity while dealing with police brutality and their own injustices. Those same anti-black comments we saw during Stop Asian Hate are still happening right now. Oh, but Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter only speak up whenever it's convenient for them. It's always black people. That's exactly why some black people feel compelled to boycott. Because the anti-blackness that people have been talking about for years continue to go unchecked. Instead of simply holding our own accountable, conversation once again gets redirected back onto black people. In China Mac, this is where my issue with you comes in. You've built a career immersed in black culture and hip-hop, a culture pioneered by black Americans. Yet you spent years downplaying that history, acting like hip-hop is simply American culture and that black people have nothing to do with it. And let's not forget, you were the same person arguing about wanting to use the N slur because your friends said it around you. You even compared it to this racial slur used against Asians. To justify your point, you can't immerse yourself into black culture, build a platform from it, and then act like the people who created it don't get a say. It's giving colonizer culture vulture energy. Giving everyone wants the rhythms but not the blues. It's giving everyone wants to be black until it's time to be black. With that said, do better.
He's wrong. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm standing on that.
A Chinese influencer says he is not against black people boycotting Asian-owned businesses to support more black-owned businesses.
The Cyrus murder was uncalled for. And I get it. Y'all upset. Y'all want to do a boycott. Y'all want to ban Asian businesses. I'm not against it. If that's how y'all feel, that's how y'all feel. Shouldn't nobody tell y'all what to do with y'all money.
And then he elaborates on accountability from the Asian community.
I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. He was absolutely wrong for chasing Cyrus once Cyrus left the store. They wasn't even sure if the kid did anything wrong, which it turned out he didn't do anything wrong. So they chased him for nothing. But even if he did steal a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, or 10 bottles of water, once he leaves the store, you don't chase. You're not only putting other people's lives at risk, you're putting you and your son's lives at risk. All for what? A bottle of water?
I must say this, man, but this Asian boycott should be permanent. There shouldn't be no 2-month trend and then we back buying their bullshit like we did with H&M, we did with Target and all of these stores. This should be permanent. These people has been disrespecting black people for the longest time. This is not new. They've been doing it. There has been shooting black child in their head. There has been shooting black child in their back. This is not their first rodeo. They've been doing it. You feel me? They take the most from the black community when you really think about it. Most of the stores is set up in the black community. Most of the store, all over the fucking world, if you really think about it. In Africa, they're there. In Jamaica, they're there. They're everywhere. Leeching, acting as if they're doing black people some type of service by selling plastic rice, selling clothes that will fucking burn you, that will fucking get you sick, give you cancer, selling hair product that will give you cancer. So they do sell black people the bottom of the barrel when it comes to product. They don't sell black people the good shit. They sell black people the fucked up shit. And they purposely sabotage black businesses. They make sure to sell black businesses the stuff at a higher price. So whenever black people try to sell it back to other black people, they can't afford it. So they end up have to come back to Mr. come back to the China, man, to buy it, because they do it on purpose. They've been doing this shit, man. So this boycott should be permanent. This shouldn't be no temporary fix. This should be a permanent fix. This also gonna highlight more black businesses. One, this will help black people health even more, because they be selling plastic rice. That ain't good for your health. They be selling jankro, fucking jankro, pigeon. This guy's does chicken. They be selling fucking all kind of bullshit. This guy's as food. So black people should take this as a lesson, and take this as a blessing in disguise, man. Use this opportunity to uplift, promote black businesses, and move better from here.
The business owner, like the Asian business owners, Chinese, Korean, I never know like which is which when I'm looking at them or talking to them, but they are in an uproar right now. They are so upset because it is said that their businesses are getting boycotted, that their parking lots are empty, based off of a not guilty verdict that's recently happened prior to this weekend. And there's a lot of people upset, and people are really upset at the Asian community. I have never ever seen an Asian go off before until today. I have never seen a Korea or a Chinese person go off and just go in so hard until I seen it today on TikTok. These people are pissed. Allegedly, one Asian came back and said that we actually need them, that we can't make it without their businesses. They said everything that we buy is made in China, made in Korea, and so on and so on. The guy basically said that we cannot make it without their products. But yet, I don't think that he completely lied. If you go into our stores, 90% of what's on those shelves in the store, made in China. The next time you go to Walmart, Target, or any of those stores, pick up one of those coffee cups, look at the bottom of it, made in China. Your spoons, knife, and fork set, turn it over and look at it, made in China. The next time you go buy a blanket or something, look at the tag on the blanket, made in China. So they are talking, bro, and these people are pissed because they feel like the boycott is really affecting their businesses. And if it's true, and some of the videos I've seen on TikTok today is true, and they're not made up AI videos, it looks like that boycott is taking effect extremely fast. One lady pulled up to 3 of the nail salons, and every last one of them was empty, man. Now, I don't know if those nail salons open on Sunday. She could have been capping and pulled up on a day that they were closed, but it seems to me like those nail salons are open 7 days a week, man. But them Asians is starting to try to clap back, bro. Y'all better be careful. I ain't never seen an Asian go off like I seen today. It's getting crazy out here, y'all.
This is why I think Black Americans should just continue to boycott in as much as they can, honestly. Because how can someone say something like this? He has taken accountability if Black people are ready to take accountability. Over time, how many Black people, how many Black Americans do you usually see committing crimes, pupilling people? It is still coming from your angle. Although a lot of time you people create a narrative and make it look like Black Americans are the problem, Black Americans are the naughty ones, they are the lousy ones, they are the one that can talk. Why in real sense, if you check your research and everything, Black Americans will just be on their own and you people will literally find their trouble. So seeing this coming from an adult literally pissed me off, but I have a lot of things to say at the end of this video. Let's go ahead and watch the other clips I have for you guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, let's continue rolling out the other clips I have. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go, guys.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm serious about this shit. I'm not spending another damn dime. You know what? You're right. Let's boycott Asian businesses. But first of all, your glasses, they're probably from Asia. Your hair extensions, probably from Asia as well. Your car and your jewelry, probably from Asia. The clothes on your back, unfortunately Asian as well. And, oh, yeah, TikTok's Chinese.
So what do y'all think about this? Here we go, another Asian telling y'all that y'all can't do without them. And it's amazing to me how the women get on this app and be so quick to say what they ain't gonna do and what they don't need and who they gonna boycott, when you sitting up here with everything on that they produce. You got the hair on, you got the weave on, the clothes, designer clothes, everything he said you got. So what you gonna do? It's kind of unbelievable. And I tell you something else, I've been seeing videos where people have been lately really trying to patronize in the black community. And what happens? One girl said, and this is why I stopped with the black nail technicians, and I had thought about that thing. A lot of black nail technicians, when you go to them and your nails are already done, they don't want to do your nails. They say they don't work over anybody else's work, and you have to go get them taken off. They don't have the service of taking off nails or soaking them off, so you still have to go to an Asian for them to take your nails off. And that's when an Asian told me I was messing my nail bed up because I kept on getting my nails taken off and going to get them redone, a fresh set every time. It's like you destroying your nail bed. I was like, okay. Then you hear another girl on here. She said she patronized with a black establishment the other day, and when she came in, she asked for a certain thing. They didn't have it. And she was like, what do you suggest? And they was like, what do you want? They just had a bad attitude. And she was finna give them a good review. And then she changed it because she's like, they treated her like trash. So what are you doing? I'll tell you something else. Every time I go into a hair supply store, and I go to the same one all the time, they are so nice to me. I get a discount. And then every once in a while, they have a product in there and say, try this and see if you like it. How many times have you went to your black nail technician or your black salon person that does your hair, your black beautician, and they have actually did something like your birthday come up, and they have actually given you something for your birthday, or how else can I say this? Or vice versa. How many times do you get your hair done and you know your beautician does a good job and you don't even tip them? I'm just saying, we just out of order in all kind of ways, and we got a lot of work to do. You have to be a certain type of way if you're going to own a business and you want people to come and shop with you, because now they just coming and shop with you because of this boycotting thing. But if they really had a choice and this never would have happened, guess what? They would have never came to your store, because you don't treat them with respect. You don't treat them with respect. And then the good people that do your services, you don't tip them. You understand me? I wouldn't dare not tip my beautician. Wouldn't dare not tip my nail tech, because I appreciate the service they give me.
Watch this video and I'll be right back.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear. It sounds nicer. The microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and hip hop culture. What do you think that's made? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay?
Well, damn. Tell us how you really feel. The question I have is, if you don't need black dollars, why do you care if the black community boycotts? Why? If we have nasty attitudes and you don't want your women giving us pedicures and manicures and all that other shit, then why do you care if the black community decides not to go and spend their black dollars in your businesses? I know why. Because the black American community has social power. And when black Americans boycott something, the people that support the black Americans will boycott as well, including your beloved white people. And I just want to make this perfectly clear. The reason why the banks give non-black immigrants loans, even though they barely speak English, is because they don't mind you guys setting shop in black neighborhoods, because they don't want the black Americans to thrive. That's why they deny loans to black Americans whose families been here for generations. It's not because you're special. It's because they use y'all as a tool of white supremacy. And most of the things that he mentioned are products that come from China. It has nothing to do with the Asian businesses that treat black people like crap, or even unalive their children. Or how about have their children go use the bathroom outside while they take pictures and show it to everybody? Black Americans are tired of people from other countries coming here and thinking that they can treat black people the same way that these colonizers have been treating all of us for the last 400 or 500 years. And because of the Asian community, that's why affirmative action was repealed. And look, because of what y'all did, even Asians are having a problem getting into colleges. Because at the end of the day, white supremacy doesn't care how light your skin is. As long as you're not white, they will treat you like crap. And again, If y'all don't care about the black dollar, if y'all don't care to change your attitudes towards the black communities, if y'all don't give a fuck about the people that come into your stores and buy your product to make you and your family money, you don't care, then don't care about the boycott. Have your beloved racist white people drive all the way to the hood to go spend their racist white dollars in your stores. I'd love to see that shit. I swear, this is why we cannot have unity, because people do not understand the historical context of what goes on with the black Americans in this country. You come over here, you think you know better, and then you talk to us like shit. Instead of all of us working together against white supremacy, y'all want to have this model minority bullshit. But hey, you don't care. So if they boycott you, what's the problem? Just keep it moving, right? Right. Wow.
I found myself in Asian people business, and this is what I found out. They mad about that boycott. They real mad about that boycott. They saying that if that boy went in that store trying to steal them bottles of water, even though it was been proven so many different times that that boy did not try to steal them bottles of water, he would not have been put on a t-shirt. In fact, mind you, I'm only the messenger. This is exactly what they said. They said that they tired of these niggas and their niggerism. Those are their exact words, okay? They also are saying that if y'all are so anti-Asian and y'all don't want to use none of our shit, make sure you don't use nothing made in China. Make sure you don't buy none of our wigs and weaves. Don't go to our hair stores. Don't go to our restaurants, our corner stores. Don't do nothing. They said stay up out of our shit. They said they tired of y'all broke niggas coming in they shit stealing. Then all in the same breath, they're upset that we don't want to be racially profiled every time we want to go and patronize any of these businesses. Yeah, they're saying that we're playing the Asian hate card, although when we're going in these same Asian businesses that are in our communities, we're being followed around. You know, we're being accused of stealing. You know, y'all are trying to enforce these strict ass rules on the people that are quote unquote supposed to be patronizing your business. Then you got the PR princess. The power to the people, okay? Child, they are going working overtime, making video after video how they stand with the black community, and they're just so ashamed, and, you know, that they understand why black people don't want to patronize Asian businesses. But yet, when you're at the dinner table with your mom and dad and your grandma and everybody at the table, and they're openly being racist, you're not doing or saying anything. You see, your power to the people and you support the black community when black people are in the room. But when black people are no longer in that room, are you still having that same stance and viewpoint? Yeah, I didn't think so. But anyways, this is what's going on. Make sure you follow me.
Now that I'm on a roll talking about these Asian nail salons in the black community, let's have another conversation. When I was going to open, I had to have a final inspection with the fire department. And the guy comes in, he asked me, what are you going to have going on here? I said, we have this, we have a cold plunge, we have a sauna, we have rooms, this, all of this amazing things. We also have nails. He goes, oh, did you hear what happened? I said, no, tell me what happened. He said, I went into this nail salon, beautiful nail salon down the road. I said, oh, I know of it. He said, we had to shut the whole place down. I said, well, why? He said, well, first and foremost, they had 20 plus nail people in there, all of these stations, but only one person had a license, okay? All of this stuff on the wall, they were not licensed nail techs, okay? Next, he said, then come to find out, I don't know who tipped them off or whatever, but they was in there selling cat, okay? It was a nail salon front, and it was cat in the back, okay? Now, what I noticed is that I said, wow, at the restaurant, they selling cat. At the nail salon, cat. The massage parlor, cat. All right, so keep in mind when you're seeing these prices, it's because there's other stuff. There's a lot of layers to this. We're not selling cat. I'm not selling cat. You know what I mean? So the price might be a little more. We don't need to be astronomical. I agree. We need to work with each other. We need to keep our prices reasonable, right? So that people can be consistent with us. We have to work hard on our customer service. I 1000% do not have any excuses for poor customer service, for snappiness in the policies that people have. We do have to have some grace with each other when it comes to certain things. I do think that we can build stronger, but we have to understand all the dynamics at play when we are approaching this situation and when we're making a conscious decision to choose each other. I hope that helps.
Boycotting's not enough. Boycotting the Asian community is just not enough for me. Honestly, I feel like we need to understand what we're competing against. All right. And in order for us to like really crush our competition and let them know like we really don't need them for real, because we don't. And what that video told me was that their business models, they came here and they made great business models that work in our own communities. And we haven't figured out how to do that. So I'm going to take my accounting expertise and bring it to you. So first of all, we need to understand what we're competing against. All right. Now, one person goes over to Asia, they come here, or that one person comes from Asia, they come over here, they work, save money, buy a building, open up a nail salon. They call 5 of their family members and say, hey, nail salon is up and running. You guys come over here and we're going to start working. Now, this is the one thing we're missing and we don't understand about our competitor. They're not going to pay them the same thing that we would expect here in America. Why? Because their expectations are different. They're not coming here thinking they're going to make $17 an hour. They're actually okay with making 10. They're not rich. So their largest expense is now cut in half. Not only that, but their business model makes sense for our own Black communities, right? And I'll say for the specific communities that one man was talking about, right? He's talking about low income communities. Let's keep it a band. And the reason it works for us is because their price point is low. Why is their price point low? Because they do high volume. High volume meaning there's 5 different people, maybe 6, 7 different employees in there. They can afford to have 6, 7, 8 employees there because they're only paying them $10 an hour. They do not have to pay them the standard rate of like 17.
Hey, Black Americans, have you noticed that throughout this Asian shop owner boycott that we got going on, you got a bunch of Asians popping up saying, wait a minute, Rick Chow, he's not the same type of Asian that I am. I'm Japanese, I'm Cambodian, I'm Vietnamese, I'm all this stuff. Interesting, but you told us that we were just Black. That I was the same as a Haitian or a freaking Jamaican, that I don't have my own separate lineage group, my own ethnic identity. You know, whenever you mention reparations, you'll get white people saying, well, I'm part Native, so and you shouldn't get it. Were you a part of the tribes who owned Black slaves? I was a part of a different tribe. Or you get them saying, I'm Irish. And they mention that whole Irish slave bullshit. So every other group out there can distinguish themselves by ethnicity. But suddenly, when it comes to Black Americans, we can't. No. Either you respect my damn ethnicity or I hold you all in the same group. Pick one.
You see, these Asians, they will never change. No matter how hard you try, Asians will always be Asians. And that is why I keep saying this, that if Black Americans continue to boycott Asian, I will 100% clap and support, cheer Black Americans to continue doing that. I hate to be the one who sprayed hate around the world. I do not do that. But whenever you see these kind of videos coming from some of these Asian folks, then you now look at them as, are these people even sensible at all? Do they even have human sympathy? Do they even think before making their clips? Or do they even have a rethink before setting up their camera to see some certain things? How can an Asian grown-up adult, a man that understands what it means to be a father, a man that probably have daughters, sons, a man that is in America feeding from the benefits that Black Americans have literally created, a man that at the end of the day, you look at his earnings, 99% of what he literally have is coming from the Black community, not have the audacity, the effrontery, the temerity to say something like this out loud. And then you are saying as an Asian that you want Black American support. You want Black people to forget about every single thing, move on as if nothing happened, and come and embrace you. This is why it is very difficult for people to please Asians, especially. I can tell you for a whole fact, you can do 100% business with them, you can buy things from them, but one particular mistake, they are going to rule everything out. He said, and I quote, "Black people, I take accountability for what literally happened to a 14 years old child that was pupiled and unalived by an Asian person. But Black people, if this actually happened to us as Asian and is coming from the Black community, can you guys also take accountability?" That is a question that someone that wants to forget about all this boycott is asking. It's a question that a grown-up asks man that is supposed to be appealing and having a rethink, because this can literally happen to anybody. Sometimes I stay on my bed and I remember a 14 years old boy that was just people just for 5 bottles of water. I get mad, I get crazy. Sometimes tears roll down my eyes. Then I begin to check the histories and I found out that there is also a 5 years old girl that was on a life just because of toy. There is also another 13 years old girl that was still on a life from by an Asian man as well, just because of one small thing or the other that Black people never commuted. That is to say, over time, there have always been an offense given to Black people. There have always been a role given to Black people. There have always been a thing that will make Black people cry. People that has literally made you to enjoy America. People that fought, people that went through segregation, Jim Crow, redlining, name what Black Americans have literally not gone through. Still, you still have the right to say all of this. Let the boycott continue, honestly. I don't know what is making a lot of Asian people to think they are superior, they know how to talk, they know how to while up their mouths and blab anything. I really do not know, but when I saw this particular video, I don't know if you guys have literally seen this clip. Let me know in the comment section. I literally got mad. I literally got pissed off because this should not be coming from someone that is of his age. Honestly, it should not even be coming from anybody. I have a 16 years old. Sometimes I just imagine, what if it was her? What will I have done with my life? Even a 1 year old baby, even 6 month old baby, it's not even easy to bet a child than betting a child and training up to that child to a 14 years, and someone will just discharge and acquainted. No crime, no any sentence given to that person, and you expect Black Americans to cheer you, clap for you, and then start taking accountability for what they have not done if eventually they did it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I literally do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah. It's crazy with these Asian people, honestly.